Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today we are looking at Nebius Welcome Round. Problem A, lame king. So we are given a checkerboard which is of size 201 cross 201. Basically, it's like a graph where there's an origin in the center and the numbering goes from -100 to +100 in the x and -100 to +100 in the y. So the notation R and C denotes the row and the column, which is basically the position, the x, y coordinates of the king. Now, the king has to go from the origin 0, 0 and it has to go to a position a, b in the minimum number of moves. What are the moves possible? The possible moves are up, down, left, right, that is the 4 directions, and then we can also skip. But then we cannot go outside of the board, which is pretty logical, and we cannot take the same move twice, one after the other. So that's the only constraint here. Let's look at the explanation. So we are given a checkerboard and this is like just a graph, and this is the origin which is 0, 0, and we have to go to some a, b, say this point. Okay, now we are given the x and the y coordinates which are a and b, and we have to find the minimum number of moves by which we can go from here to here. Now the possible moves are up, down, left and right. So we have to go in some sort of a ladder fashion, which makes sense, right? Now, what's the catch here? If you look here, if the number of moves to go upwards are equal to the number of moves to go rightwards, or down and left, or up and left, or basically if the point is in any quadrant, even in this quadrant, the number of moves isn't gonna get affected. So the first thing we can do is a is equal to absolute value of a and b is equal to absolute value of b. Why is this valid? Because we are allowed to go in any direction, literally up, down, right and left. So this point being here or here or here or here doesn't really matter. What matters is the number of moves we need to get there. Now if the y-axis length is equal to the x-axis length, then what happens is we can take equal number of steps in an alternating fashion, and the answer is 2x, which is equal to 2y also. We can print any value, basically like 2a or 2b is the answer if a equal to b. But note that we have already done this step. So this is the first thing we do, which is we take the absolute value of both the values. And now what if a is not equal to b? Like for example, if the input is 4, -7, so that would be 4 and -7 somewhere over here, right? 4, -7. So the first thing we do is we take the absolute value, so it becomes 4, 7. And what is the shortest or easiest way to reach 4, -7? We need 4 steps in a particular direction. In this y direction, suppose we get 4, and in this x direction also suppose we get 4. So 4 and 4 are done. So what's left? In the y direction, 3 more are left, right? So if you notice carefully, once the equal part is done, we can take one more extra to complete the pattern. So that's 4 into 2 steps till here and then plus 1. And now we need 2 more upwards, like 1 and 2, but we cannot take them because they'll be consecutive upward steps. So we can put a break here and here. So the number of remaining steps plus equal number of breaks. So that's plus 2 into remaining. So what is the 2 into 4 over here? 2 represents the fact that we go up and right, or like any direction for that matter, x-axis, y-axis, x-axis, y-axis. So that's why 2. And what is 4? 4 is the min of a and b. What does this represent? This represents that whatever is the minimum value out of 4 and 7, till 4 we have common, and then we need to handle 7 minus 4 equal to 3. And out of these 3 also, 1 we can take directly as the extra step, and then out of the remaining we multiply that by 2. So what does the final answer become? So the final answer becomes 2 into min of a comma b plus 1 plus 2 into how much is remaining? 2. So what is 2? 2 is 3 minus 1. Why minus 1? Because the 1 we were able to take here. So what is 3? 3 is nothing but the difference. So what is the difference? Difference is nothing but absolute of a minus b. So this is the difference. Minus 1 is the remaining part, and multiplied by 2 we have to add to the rest of the answer. So these three are the parts of the answer in case a not equal to b, and if a equal to b, then 2 into a. So I think that's enough explanation. Let's look at the code. I'll click on my accepted solution, and yeah, so here I've just taken the absolute value of a and b. If they are equal, we'll print 2 into a, or we'll print 2 into min plus 1 plus 2 times the difference minus 1. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you again in the next one.